Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Steven, and if you are a fan of the 6.5 Creedmoor, you might enjoy this video. And if you're not, well, you'll probably want to watch something else. Really quick before we get started though, I wanted to mention a project we're working on called Gear Scout. It's basically a free newsletter that we'll send out every month that has all the best deals and discounts on hunting gear that we have found delivered straight to your inbox. If you're anything like me, you always want to find the best deals on this stuff because let's face it, hunting gear is crazy expensive. And I'm always looking for the best deals and the discounts that I get before I buy anything. So every month I'm going to package those up, send them right to your inbox for free. If that's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link down below in the description and probably the comments as well. You could check that out. It's called Gear Scout. And all subscribers will also automatically be entered to win our monthly gear giveaways. I have a lot of companies and brands that will send me gear to test out. I can't get to it all, so I thought what better to do with it than to just give it away to you guys. So if you want to be entered to win those gear giveaways, or you just want those discounts or both, head down below to the description and sign up. And with that being said, let's jump into this rifle and more importantly, the ammo and how it performed. I recently did a video on this rifle. This is for my wife and my son. Don't expect to shoot long range with it, and I'm going to stick with factory ammo. So I wanted to see which one shot the best. And all these boxes I bought here locally. I try to get kind of a wide variety of different brands and sizes. So let's jump through them all. As far as targets go, instead of having a bunch of these, I cut out some of the groups that I have. I don't have all of them, but I have the data on all of them here in my notes. So let's get started. So starting with the worst performer. That one's easy. I don't even have the data on this one because I didn't record any of the group sizes because they were so big. And that is the Hornady American Whitetail. These are 129 grain and these perform terribly. Probably 2.5, 3-inch groups on average. They were just all over the place. I could not get them to group for the life of me. I don't know if I got a bad box, if this gun just really doesn't like them, or I'm just that bad of a shot. I don't know, but these perform terribly. Will not be buying these again. Again, I didn't even record the groups, so terrible. By far the worst. Jumping into the next one. If you watched my previous video on this gun, I did mention these. This is the Winchester PowerPoint. These are 129 grain. And this is the cheapest box of ammo that I bought for this test. These were $25 at Walmart. Honestly, I was pretty surprised at how these performed. Here's just a couple of the groups. This one is 1.21 inches. And this one is 1.24, so about 1.25 inches. Shot 5 groups with each one. 3-round groups, 4-round groups. And this one did 1.05 was its best group, right at 1 inch. 1.21, 1.24, 1.26, 1.35. So pretty consistent, honestly, at 1.25 inches. And again, for the price, 25 bucks is the cheapest I found around here anyways. I'm sure you can find cheaper. These perform pretty well. I was pretty happy with these. Since this thing's not going to be a crazy long-range shooter, this is by far, this is definitely accurate enough to hunt with for 200, 250 yards. Not too bad. So, very impressed with these. Our next one is the Federal Premium. These are 130 grain, and this was actually the most expensive box that I purchased to test. These were like 60, 65 bucks for one box, and I thought they would perform the best, and they did okay. But as far as groups go, let's see, we have our Federal right here. This group's 0.79, 1.18, and 0.82. Its best group was 0.79, so this one right here. 0.82, 0.97, 1.12, 1.18. So not terrible, definitely not bad. Most of the groups were under 1 inch, and those that were over were just slightly over. But again, for the price, I wasn't overly impressed with these, and these are a match bullet. I know some guys don't like to hunt with match bullets, so don't think I will be hunting with these anytime soon, but definitely wanted to test them. Speaking of match bullets, I do have a lot of experience with this one. This is the Hornady match. They are 140 grain. This is the ELD match bullet. Super accurate for me in the past. This has kind of been my go-to. I actually have killed a number of animals with these things, and it performed about as I expected. For that one, it's right here. These are just a few of the groups. Its worst group was 1.48, so 1.5 inches. And this one is 0.95. As far as its best group, it is 0.87, 0.95, 1.28, 1.34, and 1.48, about 1.5 inches. So not terrible. It's similar to the Federal match, but definitely not my favorite, especially when we have something like this. The Hornady Precision Hunter. These are 143 grain, and they are the eld-x bullets. These are specifically designed for hunting, and was super excited to test these out in this rifle. And of course, this was the one I wanted to be the best, and it didn't disappoint. For groups, right here, a few of them, 0.83, 0.99, that is a 4-round group. And this one, I think it's his best group. This is 0.63. Let's see, its best group was 0.63, 0.79, 0.83, 0.95, and 0.99. So all under 1 inch. This thing was by far the most consistent. Similar to those, though, we have the Barnes vor-tx. These are a smaller one, and I had high hopes for these. These perform pretty similar, honestly, to the Hornady Precision Hunter. Its worst group was a 5-round group, 1.23, 0.76, right at 1 inch, 1.03. Its best one was also 0.63. Now let's see, which one am I missing? 0.63, 0.76, 0.97, 1.03, 1.23. So pretty consistent there as well. Most of those were under 1 inch. The two that were over were just slightly over. That pretty large group wasn't in the best conditions. This 5-round group right here, I was shooting kind of off the back of my truck, honestly. And so not my best group for sure. I think I had a lot to do with this one. I think it would have performed a little better under better conditions, but pretty good otherwise. So as far as the 6 go, these two by far were the best performing, and these are the two that I wanted to hunt with. These are 120 grain, like I mentioned, versus 143. So these were spitting out a little faster. Average speeds I was getting was 2850. For the Hornady Precision Hunter, 2570. This is a shorter barrel, 18-inch barrel on this rifle with a 9-inch suppressor. So I was really curious what kind of speeds I'd be getting, and those are the averages of those two. As far as which one I'm going to hunt with, I'll probably stick with the Hornady just because these are a little more, readily available. I could find these about any gun store that I go to around here. These were, I think the same price. So, throw price out the window. If I had to pick between the two, I think they're both great. I'd really like to see what they do on animals. I have seen plenty killed with these, so I know they perform well. I may have to hunt with these just to see what they do. They are, again, a little smaller, but I've heard great things. So that's going to pretty much be it, guys. Pretty happy with the results. This is a factory rifle shooting factory ammo and getting sub-MOA groups from someone that is a terrible shooter. I am not a good shot at all. I don't shoot very often, and I haven't done it in quite some time, so I was pretty happy to get these results. I mean, this one, every single group I shot was under 1 inch, so I'm not complaining about that one bit. For a gun that's not going to shoot too far, I did stretch its legs a little bit the other day at the range, shooting out to 550 yards, and it performed really good. But that's not what this gun was for. A couple 100 yards max. I think it's going to do great, especially with the accuracy I've been getting with it. So I just wanted to make this video going over some of the different ammo brands and things I've tested. Hopefully this is helpful to somebody out there. I've been super impressed with this rifle and the accuracy I'm getting. I know there's a lot more different types of ammo to test, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video of testing another 6. But if you have any questions or comments for me, leave them down below. I'll get back to you. And again, if you want to check out Gear Scout, I'll leave the link down below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and we'll catch you in the next one.